Hello everybody, this is Leslie of Silver Moon Creations and welcome back to my channel. So today is the final flip through of the February Fairy Folio that I had been working on. So I'll go over everything that I did so you can kind of see everything that I completed. As you can see, I had it tied with multiple laces here, and I will show you what I did with that. So basically what I did was I had pieces of different colored laces. I had an orange lace and I had this pretty bright green lace. And then what I did was I took a cotton lace that I have a lot of. I have a whole roll of it. And what I did was I pieced them together. I put a tiny little bit of glue on it so that I was able to put them together. And then what I did was I hand stitched them all together with this gold thread that I had gotten from the Joann's closing sale, even though it wasn't that one wasn't that, actually that one wasn't too bad. The threads, they had a halfway decent sale on. But I have a video for that showing everything that I had gotten from Joann's. So I will make sure to link it for you if you haven't seen that already. But like I said, I went through and hand stitched and just put a simple stitch all the way across. And then I just ended up stitching the ends together. So that is what I used for my tie. I thought those were pretty colors. And then here is the actual folio. And what I did was I went through all of my fairies and picked out fairies that I wanted to include all throughout the actual folio. But what I did was I did a patchwork fabric cover on both the front and the back cover. And I used a file folder. And then what I did was I took pieces of fabric and I cut out file folder and drew little fairy houses. And then I used different types of fabric to accentuate the houses. Like they kind of get lost in the pattern, which is fine with me, because thinking about it, I would think that fairies would want to be hidden anyway. They don't want humans to see them. And then I just embellished with some flowers and some beads, and I have like little doors. And I thought that came out cute. And like I said, I added little fairies that I had chosen from different books and stuff that I had. So now let's get into the inside. So when you open her up, we have this piece here, and this was from a really large fairy book that I have. So I really needed to try to find fairies that would fit the actual journal itself, or I should say the folio itself. And this is Fairy Places in Sussex, which is in England. And it talks about the different places that are found in Sussex, and you have this cute little fairy sitting on the side with a leaf down on the bottom. And then here what I did was I did a waterfall, as you can see. And then this one was made from a money envelope that you get from the banks, and I covered it in wrapping paper, and I embellished the outside. And I have this cute little fairy, and I have like a little leaf thing coming out, and I put some gems and some dewdrops on it. And then I put a tag that opens up, so it's kind of like a booklet. And I put this for the pull tab, and then again I have this fairy on the front. And then when you open it up, you have all this writing space. And then I have this piece here. It says, Dear Fairies, and it's an envelope. And inside the envelope is this little piece of paper. Goodbye, dear fairies. Thank you for allowing me to know of your presence and for letting me joy and inspiration. These gifts will remain with me forever. I wish I were not leaving you, but I promise to return to something one day. I hope you will still be here to greet me. I will never forget you as long as I live. Your loving friend. So I thought that was cute. I'll show you the book where I got this all from. So here is the book that I was talking about that I wanted to show you, that I pulled some of the fairies out of. And like I said, I have 2 of these. It is called Fairyopolis, a Flower Fairies Journal. And this is by the creator of the Flower Fairies series with all the different fairies. And it has like gems on it. It's soft covered. It's a beautiful book and it's huge. I don't even know how old this is. It was originally like $20. Needless to say, I got it, I think, 4 years ago on eBay. So I got 2 of them because they had really, really good prices. But as you can see, some of like these pages I can't get off of the, so those are going to have to stay. But these, I was able to put my finger in and separate them on all of them. And so I can actually, and it's Cicely Mary Barker, who is the creator of that series. But you have all this beautiful paper. I mean, it's shiny paper, but it's really, really pretty. And then you have this whole big story about fairies and her approach to meeting fairies and stuff like that. It's just absolutely beautiful. And the pictures that are in here, that's why I said I need to do a journal including this, because I would love to include all of this book. Like you have hand drawings here, then you have paintings here, and then there's other pieces that are like attached, which I had kind of pulled out. Like you have this I had to put together, but I need to get staples to put the staples back through. But it's a little booklet, and I put fabric, and it talks about all different types of fairies, and gnomes, and dwarves, and brownies, and goblins, and leprechauns. And then you have even bigger pieces, which you will see. You have this huge piece here, and this is where I got the Sussex fairy from. But you have this booklet. It's a map of Sussex. It's absolutely amazing. And it tells you all about all the different fairy mounds and fairy hills and fairy rings and stuff like that. I absolutely adore this book. I really do. And then this one, see, that's where I got the envelope from. I think it was over here, that little envelope with the story inside. And then this one has what's supposed to be a fairy wing. So you could see it has like a transparent fiber in there. But as you can see, it's just absolutely beautiful. Look at this. It's absolutely stunning, this picture. It's absolutely beautiful. And then this, oh my gosh. See, like this comes down. So again, you have another letter. Like I want to do this justice. And we have a cup of tea. And then again, we have another pullout here. and it has different types of trees. So it's a dictionary of fairy trees. And then it pulls out here. But the pictures in this are just stunning. I think this one is absolutely adorable. This little fairy behind the tablecloth or napkin. I think that's so cute. And then we have this where she's sleeping and she's got fairies above her. And then these gorgeous pictures. Again, these are the fairies that she created. And then here's another booklet. The Helpful Elves. The Begging Fairy. The Fairy Baby. The Broken Ped. Not sure what that is, but I love the interactiveness. And then you have this like annual brochure. I think that's so cool. And then again, we have another envelope. What does this one have in it? I forget. Does this even have anything in it? Oh, I think it just has this, but it's attached. It's supposed to be fairy dust. This one's really pretty too. So I figured one book I could use for cutting, and then the other book maybe I could use in full pages. I don't know how. I'm gonna have to come up with some way because this book is so big. And then again, we have another flip up here, and it is like a little postcard, and it's coming from East India. Oh, this is where the envelope came from. It came from here. And then in this page, again, we have this where it is actually where you look through it, and it's not a kaleidoscope, but it's like one of those where you would look through it and it magnifies it, so it's like a magnifying glass. And it has these two little like magnifying pieces of glass in there. So I thought that was really cute. And that's the back page. And like I said, this one I can't do anything with either. So that is the book that I was using along with other books. So I just wanted to share that with you real quick. I have two of them. I want to use whatever's left, and I have the other full one that I want to use for an actual journal itself. And then on the back, I added some lace, and this is all coffee dyed paper. Added some lace, and then I had cut this cute little fairy out with the spoon and just cut out the date August 20th because it fit. So that's what I have in this pocket. And then when you flip her up here, you have this, and I have a fairy here with some flowers and a butterfly. And again, I have some leaves, or I should like a stem of leaves and stuff in a darker color. Again, I used some dewdrops. And then down here on the bottom part, I have some fabric, and I put some sunflowers. And then I have this little bird card in here because it's a pocket. And then I have some mushrooms and some lace, cotton lace, and a dewdrop. And then when you lift this up, I have some fabric. Let me put this down. Hopefully you can see it. I think you can. So I have some fabric that I put on the back. And then I have these leaves that I think were from Tim Holtz. I have a butterfly, and I have some dewdrops from Carrie. And I will link Carrie's channel down below. And then I made a tuck spot here, like a belly band. And then I have this cute little card. And again, I used one of the fairies. And what I did was, this is a Tim Holtz piece, but everything else is from all of my scraps, which are off to the side. And I just did a quick collage. So she came out really cute. So that fits right in there nicely. And then we go to this one, and then this one again, I have fabric, and then I have different papers, and then I have this library card that I stuck in this pocket, and then I have a nest, and a nest with some eggs and stuff in it, and I put some flowers and stuff around it. And then if you could see up here, I have this little fairy with an owl sitting up on top, just peering down, looking at the eggs. Maybe that's the owl's eggs. Not really sure. But then we have this cutie, and I did this last night very, very late. And I took some Tim Holtz flowers. Again, I have some sunflowers, and then I have these pretty flowers. I have a butterfly, and then I have this fairy that I cut out, and then it says full of flowers down on the bottom. And then I took some of my coffee dyed paper and cut it into pieces to make it look like it was a sandy dirt type of place that she was standing. And then over here I have this beautiful fairy that I definitely wanted to use in here, and she had some petals that she was just tossing to the ground, and it looks like she's floating. And then what I decided to do was I wanted to put a bird, so I had this cut off piece from something that I had used a long time ago, I'm assuming, and I figured that would be perfect for the bird to stand on. And then I used this leaf here, and it looks like she's putting down petals from this, and the bird is looking intently up at her. And then I put be a gentle person, because needless to say, she looks like she's being a very gentle and kind person to the bird, even though she's a fairy, so we'll say be a gentle fairy. So that is the waterfall. All right, and then we open her up, and we'll do the middle part first. So this pulls out. And what I do when I do these, this is the type of mechanism that I use. It's basically, it's glued on both sides, and then I put this on the back, and I added gold, that same gold thread, along with another golden thread that I had, and I just wrapped that around here so that it was a little bit thicker when it went through here, so it wasn't so loose, even though I didn't need to do that, but I just thought that made it look a lot prettier than just having paper there. And then what I did was I added some like pumpkin colored ribbon, and I added some cotton ribbon here, and I used some orange gems. And this is just a booklet, but on some of the pages, on two of the pages, I have it where it is, it has pockets. So in the front one, I have pockets. This is all dyed with distress sprays and stuff, and also gold coffee dyeing. And on this one, I have this trim, and then I cut out this adorable fairy. And she was a little bit big, but I really wanted her on the front. So I just extended that. It has her wings extended off the page and her dress a little bit. And then again, I laid down some paper in the background. And then I added some lace here. And then I put the Amazon packing paper on the back. And then that gives you some writing space. And then here I added a Tim Holtz card and added a little pop-up flower. And then, like I said, we just have papers that are either coffee dyed or they are stained. in all different colors. And then here we have another pocket, and this one I have a Tim Holtz rose down here on the bottom. And then for this one, I have lace up at the top, and then I put some of the Dollar Tree paper that I have, and it had some gold papers in there. So I put those on the top. And then I have this cute little fairy that I cut out. And I have, I think it's a little boy fairy, just looking up intently at the really big flowers, because he's so small that he can look up at the flowers. So I thought that was really cute. We'll actually put him back in here. And again, like I said, I just have some papers in here, so there's a lot of space in here. And some papers are thicker than others, some are cardstock. And then this just goes into here like that. Plus then you have a little bit of wiggle room, so if you have something that you need to move over a little, you can move it over. And then finally, last but not least, we have the back cover. What I took was a piece of tablecloth that I have in my stash, and I added some elastic lace here on the edge, because it's like a very like brownish greenish color. And up on top here I have some of the sari type of material that I have in the brown. And then I have this sari piece that was a cutout, and I cut a little bit of like the silky type fabric because I just wanted to accentuate this piece here in the middle. And then I added a couple little flowers clustered together on the bottom, and that's our flip. And then inside we have another place for a tag. And I have this fairy that I have cut out, and she looks like she's either upset or she's contemplating something. And then I took a piece of Christmas ribbon and I cut off the wire pieces and I added it behind her. I just thought that looked good behind her. And then again, I added a couple of flowers. And then out of a digital kit. And then here I have this gold foil. I don't know what it is, but it's just amazing. But I cut a little piece off of this, and then I have this little sticker that says life is really simple. And I thought maybe she was contemplating maybe her life as a fairy, and that's kind of why I chose that. And then I have this piece. This is a little bit more flimsy, we'll say, but because it's not cardstock, it's just a regular paper, and I layered it. So we have that beautiful gold, I want to call it a mesh, because to me it's like a mesh in the background. And I have a digital paper in the back as well. And then I have this covering it. And then I put a little piece of the cut off lace from here, and I put it up on the top, and I added a couple of flowers. And again, I have a digital that I have here, and I have this cute fairy who is holding some flowers. So I thought that went really well with the floral and then the bird here. So I added her there. And then I have this cute little fairy that has a little spot that if you wanted to tuck something in, you certainly could. I did not put anything because I didn't want to make it any bulkier. But then you have some writing space, but she's got big butterfly wings, and she's up on top of some mushrooms. And that is it. That is my folio that I created. It took a while because I can only do a certain period of time before my legs start to hurt. So we'll close her up here. Oh, and I didn't show you. Like here I put the brown elastic lace. I was going to trim it with some beads or something, but I said no, I didn't want to make it any more bulky. And then I have these Dollar Tree beads that they always have, and I put them in the golden color up on top there. And then also too, I have this I think it's the 3-tier black lace that I have on the edge, which I liked because then it extends it out, because otherwise the folder isn't wide. It's not wide enough, so you really need to add something here to make it extend out more. And then, like I said, we have our tie here that I made. All right, and there she is. She's all wrapped up. So I hope you enjoyed the couple of videos that I created for making this folio, because it was really fun to do. It's something different. I don't normally do folios, so I find it a little bit more difficult for me to come up with things to put in it because I find them to be very basic. But I like this. I think this came out really, I think it came out really nice. Let me know, do you think that this is something that you would try to create yourself? I'm actually considering giving this as a giveaway. So if you would like to win this folio, what I would like you to do is put the word fairy, or I should say the words fairy folio in the comment section, also explaining something about what you liked about what I did within this folio. So if you would like to win this, all you need to do is that. So I will keep this open for 1 week. So today is Friday, the 14th, that I'm shooting this. I'm hoping to get this up today. If not, it will be the 15th, which is a Saturday. So we'll start from Saturday. So we'll say from the 15th to the 23rd. So we'll do it from the 15th to the 23rd. And then what I will do is on Sunday, which I think is Sunday, the 24th, I will pull a winner from whoever has commented, and we will go from there. So good luck, everybody, if this is something you would be interested in winning, which I hope you would. And I will see you all for the next video. I'm hoping to start working on my BB Craft dolls. I started making the body prototype so far. So the next thing I have to kind of work on is I have to paint her head, which I have to use my paint and stuff. And then what I'm going to do is I have to start making the dresses and all that stuff. So that will be coming very shortly. So again, thank you all for watching, and I will see you for the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye.